There's nothing wrong with your mobile device or computer, just that my world was upside down when my son was born 11 years ago. Hi, I'm Bala Ramadurai, author, professor, and consultant. I'm going to tell you my story about how I ended up using Emacs for writing. 11 years ago, in Bangalore, my son was born. My wife and I had hardly slept through those days. That's when my grandma decided, according to a famous search engine, visited us to take a look at her great grandson. As joyous as it sounded, it came with a peril. My grandma is a Scrabble addict. She hardly spent any time at all with her great grandson, but she spent most of her time playing Scrabble. She insisted that my wife and I join her. That's when an idea dawned on me to write about my Scrabble obsessed grandma. What if I could make it into a novel? Not many people have Scrabble obsessed grandmothers, after all. I wanted to expand this to a novel, but did not know how. I bumped into Dan Wells' video on 7-point story structure, which is based on a construct called Hero's Journey. I was now convinced that a seed idea would indeed be converted into a novel. I tried out many tools at the time, $1,000,000 tools like MS Word, Excel, Scrivener, but none of them really worked. So when I remembered about this old editor called Emacs, thanks to the Emacs community, and particularly the org mode community, I had what I wanted. I combined Dan Wells' method with another method called Snowflake and also Tony Ballantyne's Emacs writing template. Some of the key features of org mode that I used were fold, unfold outline, column view, tags, distraction-free writing experience using many packages, clocking, project tracking, and export, which is what you will see in my demo. Now, to get into some action. Okay, so here we are, the superstructure of the novel itself. How do we build it? First is the plot. This comes from the Snowflake method. You write a one-line summary of your plot. Character design. You can write the entire description of the characters, the physical descriptors, motivators, the whole thing. You can write all the characters in the novel, including the antagonists. I researched about the places that I'm going to be using in the novel. This is the most important part, the story arcs. For this, I used the very convenient notion of using a column view, where when I open it, you can see how I've used column view, each plot point and who the character is, what is their plot point itself. So, okay, and you can do this for each and every story arc, romance, each and every character, sub character. I haven't labeled them. So, the next is the story design. So now we have the independent character arcs. Here again, column view comes in handy. This is a different set of columns. Now you can use not only the main character arc is the backbone, but in the middle of it, supporting characters augment the main character, and their own plot points are also can be filled up using the column view, and you can find out which act we are talking about, and for the main character, what is it that we're doing. Okay. Next is the specifics, which is the scene design. This is going to be, it look like a mess, but it's actually very, very convenient, can be as exhaustive as you can. You can do the title of the scene, the act, the point of view, as it's called. Point of view is which character's point of view are we looking at in this scene. Is it outdoor, indoor? We can mix it up, match, and then where is the location, and finally the city in which this scene is taking place. Now let's look at the novel itself. I used this novel, The Distraction-Free Experience, for writing the novel. 60,000 word novel. This is the first manuscript. You can even write comments based on, I read this out to a writers community locally, and they give me feedback on what could be improved, what could be something that I should be looking at. You can write it as comments so it doesn't go into your final export as well. I'm using Pandoc to export it to
EPUB or PDF or Word or whatever format you want to use it with the cover image. That's how I wrote my novel. I used a similar structure for my nonfiction book using Emacs and org mode, which I published recently, all written and edited in Emacs org mode. Uh, Thank you guys at the community. I'm now a published author, and I plan to publish and help other authors publish using this wonderful tool called Emacs org mode. Thank you.